Welcome to the DNR podcast. Today, Rock and Dan will be discussing the new MacBook that is out at the market. So, Dan, what are your thoughts about this MacBook?
Well, it's definitely interesting. It's a very very thin. I'm pretty sure it's their thinnest MacBook they have,
Yeah, it's
and
12 millimeters.
it's actually it's I don't know. I don't really think very good about Apple in general. I try to stay open to it, but the new MacBook is only gonna have one port, USB C, and that's it, just the one port. So it's kind of, if you want to do anything, there's no Blu-ray, like you can't use you can put CDs in it because
Okay.
it's way too small, and it's even then plugging in a CD player would be kind of hard, and you'd
Yeah,
have to get like a splitter to be able to
yeah.
plug
I was
anything else
looking
in.
online, and splitters for Apple products range between $5 and $20. I honestly, that's where most people give Apple grief, but on this product, but I actually don't think it's a huge deal. Maybe they should provide it with their MacBook because it's like $1,300 for something that has terrible specs, one USB port. So
It would be interesting. Like, I'm sure some people are gonna purchase it. Obviously, somebody's gonna buy it.
oh
I
yeah,
don't
the
exactly
Apple
know
fan
what
was
area or who they target it to, because
demographic.
yeah, I don't
I
really
think
see where they would target it to, because it's I guess if you like a really thin laptop and you just need it to type in documents and then
right.
maybe send them off, but even then it's not a very powerful system.
No, it's not. The thing I don't like about it is why are they trying to push like the thinnest system they can come out with? That just makes it more fragile. You have to compromise a lot of stuff in there. So they're just coming out with this system that it looks nice. The visuals are nice. The screen display is really beautiful, but you can't you can't do video editing. You can't game on it. You're basically stuck with writing out Word documents, web browsing, and it's why do you need it to be 12 millimeters? Like, why does it need to be 2 pounds instead of 3 pounds and have all these other things that would benefit you? Like,
You're losing a lot for the how small it is,
yeah,
especially like just in like parts wise. You only get a processor that's 1.1 gigahertz dual core Intel core. It's an Intel core processor, and it's only 1.1 gigahertz compared to if you could turbo boost it up to 2.4 gigahertz, but even then you're lacking compared to like just a normal computer and like a normal like laptop that I would buy or for whatever, which would be probably 2 gigahertz just out of the box instead of it being
right.
1.1. You're losing a lot more.
Why do you think Apple decided to try to bring the slimmest laptop out there?
I don't know. I just think that's what they've been doing the whole time, is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Like, I get you want to have something small, but I feel like now it's to the point where it's so small that it's not working. You're no longer compacting something into a smaller version. Now it's, all right, okay, we're not going to get this because it's too big. We're not going to get this. We're not going to get this. Instead, we're going to put in this little piece that just sucks.
I think they should be staying with a decent size, like something the size of the Mac that you have. Something about that size, but just get the crazier, get it more like beefy, give it a little bit more power instead of like a 2 point or what.
No,
2 gigahertz processor, try to put in like 2.4, 2.5, try to crank it up a little bit more.
okay, what would that extra 5 millimeters of size, like, what does that differ?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
what
I
can I
don't
do
see.
with it? I mean, like, they're both small. They both fit in a backpack. No problem. There's no need to get any smaller. There's no need.
No, not really. I find it would be way too fragile in that sense either way. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be too afraid to break it, let alone
Yeah, me too. Even my MacBook Air, there was an issue. Not an issue, but I was watching TV. My laptop was on my lap, I guess, and my TV remote, I put it on my leg and it slid down my lap, and it nudged the screen, and it cracked the screen, which was a hefty repair. It was like $800 repair.
Yeah, it is.
And
They're
so
very expensive
with
to fix.
right, yeah. So with this new screen that's even thinner, I'm going to be antsy even touching it. Like cleaning it, I'm gonna like cry and try to stay away from that. Like, I don't know. There's also the new Apple Watch came out too.
Yes.
Do you have any views on that?
I'm not sure if it came out, but it's definitely, from what I know, there's going to be a very expensive version of that. I think there's a $10,000 version. It's like encased in
there's
gold.
a three. Yeah, it's standard though, $350. That's the one that people are gonna buy unless you're super rich, in which case it doesn't really matter what you spend your money on.
Yeah, no, the people are always going to buy very strange things.
Yeah.
They might not necessarily have a good reason for it, but people, if they have the money, and Apple knows people who buy Apple products usually have the money for it.
Right. So what do you think about the new Apple Watch?
It's interesting. It's kind of cool, but it's still falling in the same area as the other smartwatches. Like, there are better I'm not necessarily going to say better because everybody has their own opinion on it, but there are other watches that are smartwatches that are probably cheaper and in a sense could be better. Like, if you could buy an Android watch of some sort, you're going to be paying half and it's going to be just the same thing.
So here's my view on it. Everyone this day carries a phone. So the watch basically does exactly what your phone does, except it's a watch. Which, that doesn't really make any... I use my phone as a watch. I don't need a watch to use as my phone. Like, I just find currently it is unnecessary. I see it to be cool. A lot of people rip on it for the battery life. They're like, oh, it only lasts a day and it's a watch. But again, you can just charge it like you charge your phone at night when you sleep. I don't think that's a huge deal.
I don't know. I don't see the point of buying something like that if you're just going to use it as a watch. You could just take the extra 2 seconds and just pull out your phone if you really wanted to. Like, it could be interesting to be able to just answer a phone call like that, but I don't know. I don't really see the reason for it.
Yep. Do you have anything to add?
No, not really.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, and please rate, comment, and subscribe. There we go.